All right, I have something on the menu which is kind of long to say. Spicy Peach Glazed Chicken with grilled brown sugar bacon corn. So we're actually going to be grilling this up tomorrow. This is one of those great dishes that you can prepare the day before with the seasonings and the sauces, put it in the refrigerator, take it out the next day, throw it on the grill, and be done with it. Or if you're going to a party, you can do it over there. Going to the park, you can take your grill there, do it there. Really simple. The first thing we got to get going is our, what are you going to call this? A rub paste for our chicken. We're going to start with a teaspoon of granulated garlic, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 tablespoon of chili powder. I'm using a very dark California chili powder. And to this, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Just sort of eyeballing it here. And we're going to go ahead and mix this all together into sort of a slurry. And I can see already I'm going to need to add some more olive oil because I want it to be a little thinner. You can see how that's just like a really thick paste there. So I'm going to add another 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, 2. That's better. Now it has sort of a looser consistency. That's going to spread nicely over the chicken. All right, we're going to set this aside and we're going to get our peach glaze ready. So for our peach glaze, it's sort of a peachy barbecue sauce hybrid, mostly peach though. Today I'm using a peach Bellini from Trader Joe's. You could use peach preserves, peach jam, or any sort of fruity sort of preserve you want. But this is peachy chicken, so we're going to use peach. This is 12.5 ounces. To this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of apple juice, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and about a tablespoon of barbecue sauce. Just pick your favorite barbecue sauce. This is just a store brand barbecue sauce. Just about a tablespoon. And we are just going to mix this. Take your time here because you want this Bellini, these peach preserves, to thin out. And if for some reason yours isn't thinning out enough, add a little more apple juice. And we're not going to be cooking this or reducing this in any way. It is already plenty thick. And what we're going to do once this is done, this is going in the refrigerator, and then tomorrow when we glaze our chicken with it near the finish time of its grilling, we're going to actually reserve half of this for some sauce at the end. Nice chunks of peach in there. Let's give this a little taste. Just that hint of the barbecue sauce makes you feel like this is a barbecue sauce, but with that definite peach forward flavor. All right, this is going in the refrigerator and we're going to move on to our chicken. So what we're working with today are 3 chicken leg quarters. And we're not going to be doing these with the skin on. We're going to be taking the skin off. So we're just going to get in here, work our way around, take that skin off, just pull it off. Any of the excess fat, get in there, pull it off. Take scissors, cut it off. If you got a little bit of fat left there, that's fine, but we just don't want big chunks. Get under there, just pull that skin off. And now we're just gonna take that rub paste we made, get it on here. Get a good portion on each leg quarter. Just get in there, rub it all over, both sides. Rub those pieces together. They're friends, come on. Now these are gonna go into a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator overnight, and we're gonna move on to getting our corn ready. All right, so our 3 ears of corn here, they've been cleaned up. A little bit of silk that still sticks there. If you can't get it all, it's not gonna kill anyone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a stick of butter, it's been softened a bit. We're just gonna rub these cobs of corn with our butter. We wanna give a good binding surface for what comes next. So be generous with the butter. And these are gonna spend overnight in the refrigerator too, with that chicken and with our sauce. All right, our ears of corn are coated in butter. Before we move on to the next step, I just wanna point out, you don't have to do this step the day before. You could do it right before you're gonna grill, but this way it's gonna set up nicely overnight and it's gonna be ready to just go tomorrow. We're not gonna have to do any prep. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take some bacon that I fried up earlier and chopped up. It's a little past AFS, acceptable floppy state, but for this, kind of need that. And we're just gonna kind of sprinkle it in the plate here, and we're gonna roll our corn through it. I wanna get nice bits of bacon on here. Press it in. Then I'm gonna take some brown sugar and I'm just gonna start sprinkling it on this corn, rubbing it in. I wanna get a good dusting of it on here. So when we're finished, this is what it should look like. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of these coated. We're gonna wrap them in foil and put them in the refrigerator overnight with our chicken, with our sauce, and tomorrow I'll see you out at the Weber kettle. All right, the kettle's fired up. Let's get our chicken and corn on. So I have the ambient temperature probe at one side. I have one briquette basket filled up, and we're using the Mallory cast iron grate today. Just gonna arrange our leg quarters here so they are closest to the basket. We're gonna place our corn behind the chicken. I want to get my internal temperature probe in here just to give a good reading so we know when we're getting close to our finished temperature, and also to alert us when it's time to glaze these chicken leg quarters. Also, here's a good time, if you have any amount of the rub that's on there, just spread it around if there's any patches, so it's a good distribution on the surface. All right, we're not adding any wood for smoke. We're just doing some indirect grilling today. So let's get our lid on and get these chicken leg quarters and our corn cooking. So we're gonna be taking this chicken to 165 internal, just like we would any other pieces of chicken. At about 120, 130 degrees internal, we're gonna glaze it with that peach sauce. Now my top and bottom vents today are fully open. We're just gonna let the temperature rock and roll. We wanna get some good heat in there, but with the amount of briquettes, it's not gonna be overboard. We're not gonna be up in the 400 degree range. It's probably gonna stabilize somewhere in the 300 to 350 range. So I'll see you back here when we're ready to glaze these chicken leg quarters. All right, the kettle temp's been running a little lower than expected, below 300, but no problem. And our internal temperature is 133 degrees, so we need to get this glazed up. Gonna go ahead and start glazing up our chicken here with this peach sauce. Make sure everybody gets a good slather on here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our lid on. Let these finish up to 165 internal. All right, we are at 165 internal. Let's see our chicken. I want to just do a quick spot check here. Yep, that is good. We are good there too. I'm gonna get the chicken off of here and then we're gonna check our corn. You might be hearing some construction noise. There's some remodeling going on next door, so just gotta push through it. I just want to get a quick feel here and see how tender the corn is feeling. I think I'm gonna rotate these since this one's been closest. Move it to the back. Move these two up front and turn them. We're gonna give these about 15 more minutes. All right, we've been going about 15 minutes. Let's give these a check. Once again, you can do this basically by squeezing. Yeah, you can feel the kernels giving beneath the pressure of your fingers. All right, these are ready. We're gonna go inside and have a taste of this brown sugar bacon corn and of our spicy peach glazed chicken. All right, here is our spicy peach glazed chicken with our brown sugar bacon corn. I went ahead and put some of the extra sauce we reserved on our leg quarters here. Beautiful color, great smell coming off this. The bacon brown sugar corn looks great. I cannot wait to taste that too. So let's just cut into this chicken first and see how we did. Let's just go right in here. Looking good. Love thigh meat. Such great juiciness and flavor in there with all that fat. Looking good. And without the skin on this, we're not concerning ourselves with is the skin rubbery or crispy. This sort of application, especially with leg quarters that have such fat in them, you're really not going to worry too much about drying them out by removing that skin. And as you can see, you get all that flavor and color right on the surface of the meat. So right now, nothing left to do. It's time to taste. All right, the first thing I'm going to taste is the corn. Now, the best way to eat this corn, although you can eat it straight off the cob, is to take those kernels off, shave them off those cobs, mix them up with the bacon and that brown sugar butter that's in those foil packages. Let me tell you, that is where it's at for flavor, and that's how I'm tasting it today. And yes, I eat my corn with a spoon because that way you get lots of that juice, lots of that flavor, nothing's falling between the tines of a fork. So let's see. Sweet corn is a thing. We've just made corn much sweeter and much tastier with that bacon brown sugar. Great bacon flavor in here. The brown sugar is such a nice sweetness, especially when you're talking about giving it that time with the butter out on the grill. It's not burned, it's just infused in the corn, and it's just fantastic. But really, we came here for the chicken today, and here it is. And like I said, the great thing about this is you do not have to worry about skin. All that flavor, all that seasoning, all the color is on the surface of the meat. Let's see. I don't know how many times I've said it in videos. Thigh meat, leg meat, the dark meat of a chicken is my favorite. Juicy, flavorful, and when you add that outside flavor of those spices and that peach glaze, takes it over the top. Total cook time on this was about an hour and a half, getting it to that 165 internal. The kettle temp ran a little bit lower than I expected, more in the 275 range versus the 300 to 350 range, but that's fine. There's no rush when you're doing something like this, and actually if you give it a little more time, it allows that meat to cook without drying out. You can even dry out a piece of chicken thigh if you cook it at too high of a heat too quickly. So a little bit slower doesn't hurt. So if you really want to punch up your chicken with flavor, try it with those two stages, a spicy rub and then a sweet glaze. Peach goes terrific with chicken. If you can get a hold of that peach Bellini or a peach preserves, use it. But anything really, using this method, you're going to get fantastic flavor, perfectly cooked chicken.